Ladies and gentlemen, the foreign hand is out, and Greta Thunberg has come and taken full ownership for what has been happening, the lumpenism, the perversion that has been happening in Jantar Mantar. And she's come out and she has said that I am completely behind, and she has revealed that she is behind the CJP protests. Now, if this was a Greta Thunberg operation, and there are the visuals of her there, if this was a Greta Thunberg operation, then we need to be extremely careful. Then the whole game is up. Then everything is pretty much exposed. Because who is Greta Thunberg? Greta Thunberg is the person who is joined hand with the Pakistan-backed groups as well as with the Khalistani groups, and had tried to create the kind of violence that led to the desecration of the tricolour in the Red Fort in the name of the fake farmers' protests. So she's a very dangerous person. She's posing before a Modi resign poster. Greta Thunberg, I want to tell you, who the hell are you to interfere in Indian democracy? I know some political parties are with you, but who the hell are you to take an active interest in Indian politics? What is your interest? What is your funding? What are the people behind you? Are you not a pro-Pakistani person? Do you not work against the interests of the Indian government? Did you not join hands with Rihanna and the Khalistanis the last time? Are you not the person who is responsible for the desecration of the tricolour in the Red Fort? And therefore, if Greta Thunberg has come and said that I'm with the CJP, then ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask every person who backed the CJP, kindly go and hide somewhere. Because now your game is completely and totally up. What is clear is that there was a global toolkit which was involved, which is what I was saying since day one. Now let me give you a second name of a person who is involved here. Now this brings in the Pakistani angle. There is a sidekick called Jeremy Corbyn. Jeremy Corbyn is so absolutely so fanatic, so Islamist, so anti-India. He's seen to be a voice of the Pakistani constituency in the United Kingdom, Jeremy Corbyn. He's seen to be so fanatic, like he's considered literally, ladies and gentlemen, to be the Osama bin Laden of British politics. Even his party, the Labour Party, has pretty much thrown him in the bin. Now he comes out, this pro-Pakistani, and he comes and says, I'm also with the CJP. So you have the global toolkit, you have Greta Thunberg, and you've got this terrible fanatic old man called Jeremy Corbyn. And then you have got, and by the way, who's Jeremy Corbyn with, caught in those pictures? Do you recognize that fellow? Oh, it's Rahul Gandhi and his ideological guru, ladies and gentlemen, Sam, who the hell cares, Pitroda. So now you are seeing the dots connect quite clearly. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a third person called John Cusack. From Bollywood, he picks the protesters as his favorite cockroaches. Pause and think, why would a self-absorbed American in Hollywood care a dime about what happens in Jantar Mantar unless it is part of a global plan? Connect the dots. Greta Thunberg, Jeremy Corbyn, John Cusack, global toolkit, Pakistani lobby, all coming together. And now you have a whole lot of foreigners who also showed you at Jantar Mantar who said we are making reels, but later it came out they were not making reels. They were abusing Prime Minister Narendra Modi, but they were calling for regime change. And now you have every single dot connecting to one thing, an attempt to create mobocracy. So obviously the American deep state sent some useless Americans thinking we will create a greater sense of anarchy. And the same Americans who knew everything, from the motorcycles to the locations and the nature of the protest. I'm sorry, American deep state. I'm sorry, CIA. You're a bunch of failures. You failed again. Ladies and gentlemen, foreigners, regime change operation, attempt to create Nepal, foreign tech players, BitChat, an American digital capitalist, use of American technology, attempt to put pressure on the government, deliberate use of algorithms in American social media organizations. Everything was going swimmingly well for the deep state and their chamchas in India. Ladies and gentlemen, to whom the deep state, the intel agencies throw a few crumbs every now and then. And that brings a beautiful cocktail which the CJP became. Transgender activists, people who say there must be 26 genders in our country. Tukre Tukre gang, pro-Maoist groups, pro-Umar Khalid, pro-Sarjil Imam, Greta Thunberg, Jeremy Corbyn, Cusack. Now all you need is Rihanna and Michael Jackson reincarnated to give a full twist to this movement. This, ladies and gentlemen, was a global toolkit. What I feel really bad about is that some sold-out Indians worked with these foreign leeches to carry out regime change in India. And I have something to say to you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very concerned because so much money is routed through corporate marketing agencies for influencer campaigns. The government should investigate who was pushing these influencer campaigns, who were the money being routed through. Are there Indian corporates which are involved in this directly or indirectly? And I made a call. All Indian corporates should vow their loyalty to the Indian state. All Indian corporates should speak up against the violence that happened in Jantar Mantar. All Indian corporates should speak out against an attempt at regime change. All political parties in India should also do that. But if they want to keep quiet and use lumpens to ravage parliament, then, ladies and gentlemen, there must be a serious investigation on these people. My dear viewers of Republic, I want to thank you for all the support that we are getting tonight as we are bringing you this series of exposés. This is India's largest, most impactful, most influential news network, but it's nothing without you. Remember, we are Republic on one side, nationalists on one side, and all of them on the other. This is a battle to keep Bharat together. This is absolutely about ideology, whether you're with the country or whether you're a Mir Jafar.